Here at Craft, it's a very casual environment. We want you to be able to come in and enjoy yourself with whoever you may be with. So feel comfortable. Think of good food, good people, great conversations, and there's not much more you need in life. That's why we say in Craft we trust.
Good morning, Manayunk, and we are back with another episode of Manayunk Mornings. This is season 2, episode 13, and we've got some new digs we're at here.
Yeah, we're here at the Isle Apartments in the common room here. It's a lovely building. There's a view of the bridge, the Schuylkill River, and 76 right behind us.
And nice new comfy couches, so we can't pass that up. So we'll be looking forward to hosting the show here.
Yeah. We're halfway through the dog days of summer down here.
Yeah, but there's still a lot going on here in Manayunk.
Speaking of which, here's the Manayunk Morning Minute.
Tonight, Bright Lights Music Academy is hosting an hour-long beginner's voice workshop for children ages 7 to 16. Register your child at brightlightsmusicacademy.com. Join the Spicy Belly for dinner on August 1st to kick off their month-long school supply drive facilitated by Northlake Community Center. Yoga on Main is hosting a kids yoga camp for children 5 to 11, starting tomorrow and ending Thursday. They will go on nature walks, journal, and learn yoga and mindfulness. Stop by Philadelphia Runner this Thursday at 6:30 p.m. for a group run and the opportunity to try out new running shoes and energy gel.
This Saturday, La Boheme is showing at Venice Island Performing Arts Center. Come out for a story about friendship, love, and community starting at 3 p.m. On August 10th, celebrate National S'mores Day with us on Cotton Street for Stroll the Street. Bring your friends and family to toast marshmallows, enjoy food trucks, and listen to live music, starting at 5 p.m. De-stress with yoga, hookah, and a cigar class on Sunday, August 13th at Smoke. It's BYOB and BYOM. Bring your own mat from 12 to 3 p.m.
And I can't believe summer's almost halfway over. Yeah. Probably more than that now.
Fall will be here before we know it.
Yep, and we'll have lots of events planned then too.
Yeah, but up next on the couch is Chris and Brian from Cross Media. Come on down, guys.
All right. How are you?
Welcome to the couch.
Yeah.
The new couch. You are our first guest on the new couch
Thank
here.
you so much for having us on the new
couch.
Really appreciate it.
Nice to see you.
Yeah.
Nice to see you. Thanks for having us.
Love the new setup, guys.
How's
everything going today?
It's awesome.
Wonderful.
It's awesome.
Another
Nice to get out of the
beautiful day
office
in
for a
Manayunk.
little bit, right? Too.
Indeed, indeed.
So why don't you guys tell us the story behind Cross Media?
Sure. So Cross Media is a true international media and communications firm. So ideally what we do is we take advertising and we place it in appropriate media vehicles for consumers to see it. So we started out down here in like 2012, right across the street from the Isle. We worked our way down Main Street and then back up Main Street.
Yeah.
We can give you a pretty comprehensive overview of the different offices and office sizes.
And so you did mention too, I mean, that some of your employees do live in Manayunk and
That's right.
others live in the surrounding area. So it is really just a great central point.
It is such an ideal neighborhood for both people who live in the city as well as out in the suburbs. The access to public transportation is fantastic. So it's really been a really great fit for us. In the new office that we've moved into, which is 3 Rector Street, really open, high ceilings, really kind of fits our corporate culture and the the vibe that we have.
Tell us about the office culture.
It's a really casual environment. If you didn't notice by what Chris
Oh, yeah.
this is about as dressed up as we get.
Right.
It's a very diverse environment and people from all over the place. We've had people from our New York office move here and say, oh, this is perfect. New York's so hectic. I like being here. I can kind of have some headspace, and I really feel like I'm fitting in.
I think that was the big telling point for us in terms of Manayunk and its draw was when we got our first transplant from New York, right in Chelsea, 23rd Street, heart of it all.
Yeah.
And decides to come down to Manayunk and move down here. And it was very telling as to the draw of Manayunk itself. It was really, really something.
Great to hear too. We love hearing that people love Manayunk as much as we do. Leo and I are residents ourselves, so we love living here and working here, and it's always great to hear that companies like having a home here too.
It's a pretty prime location just in terms of being central. I mean, I can't think of a more ideal location where we can still have everything that the city offers, as well as that access to the suburbs, the highways right there. So it's a sweet spot.
I always sort of considered it like the 6th borough. It was sort of like the Brooklyn of like Philadelphia. It was just so lively, just the art scene, like everything was really cool in Manayunk. And so when we decided to look for a place for the office, I was like, there's no better place than this. Like a lot of people go to Northern Liberties or wherever, and I was like, no, this is the spot. This is where we need to be. It's a small town in a way, and so we know like pretty much most everyone in town.
You've seen it change too, and you've met a lot of people, I'm sure, over the years.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so we know a lot of the locals, and you know, every day you drive to work and you're like, okay, hey, there's Norma Mann. Hey, Norma, you know, and you wave or what have you, and you know everyone in town, and it's pretty cool because everyone kind of looks out for each other, and it's Philadelphia, but it's really Manayunk.
It's really Manayunk.
Well, before you guys go, we do have a couple of questions for you in our Manayunk More Than a Pint glass.
Yeah, I don't know if you've never seen the show, you don't know about this.
I think we want a Manayunk More Than Pint glass for our office.
Yeah, right?
Most definitely.
Yes.
So you're just gonna reach in, read the question out loud, and just answer.
What is your favorite thing to do to get your creative juices flowing?
I think doing things together as an office really is important. So whether it's going to, you know, the Bayou or going, you know, to Taqueria Feliz for like tacos on Tuesday, or getting people together. I mean, creative juices will flow when people are kind of having a good time and together. So.
Chris, Brian, thank you so much for joining us.
No problem, man.
Guys,
Thank you.
it was great to learn more about what you guys
Thank
do
you.
over
Thank you
there
so
in
much.
your office and at all of your other locations when you were there too.
Awesome.
And now Caitlin's going to head down to Pilgrim Roasters for this week's store tour.
Thanks, Leo. We're down here at Pilgrim Roasters, Manayunk's newest cafe, and I'm here with owners Dan and Ryan to learn more about the new cafe here in Manayunk. So guys, tell me how the cafe came to be and how it first got its start.
I'd worked roasting coffee for a long time. Ryan studied business in school. He's a numbers and get things done guy, and I'm just make coffee guy.
So how did you guys meet, and how did this idea of opening a coffee shop even start?
We sort of like grew up together. I played guitar. He was like a sound engineer. So I think we both kind of looked at our crazy lives and were like, you know, we could do coffee, and it could be like a little more stable.
We were looking for a space on Main Street. We really love Manayunk, the area, just the people that are here. Out of nowhere, Michael came and said, I want a coffee shop next to my salon. And we said, well, we want a coffee shop in Manayunk. And it totally worked out. It's still so surreal. We've been open for almost a month now, and it's like, make coffee.
And what about the name? How did this Pilgrim Roasters come to be?
This level of just like living to get by, but just like with Pilgrim, it's like, you look at like historically, like even the Pilgrims come to like America, it's like seeking freedom and seeking like something new, and like, it's an adventure, you know?
Yep. And drinking coffee can be an adventure too.
Yeah, it can be.
So guys, what does coffee mean to you?
So it's really cool. It's just like, it's almost like a social gathering to have a coffee shop. I mean, it brings people together, and you know.
And Ryan, how has it been being in Manayunk?
Yeah, it's been incredible. We didn't know how many businesses up on the hill over here, just like the number of people that are around here consistently, we had no idea. And the relationships we've already been able to build just in the last month with business owners, with people that work in different offices up on the hill, we've been incredibly well received. And we've had next to no complaints. People are just so happy that we're here, so happy to see what we have to offer them, and they're just ready and willing to take what we have, and it's been
And they
great.
say it's only your first month, so I think people are really good in Manayunk about sort of understanding that it's better to open your doors and get going, but there's kinks you have to work out, there's new product you're bringing in. So I hear you have a little bit of a long-standing history with Manayunk.
Yeah, so right across the street at the furniture store,
Nadeau, yeah.
Nadeau. That was actually the gray section right there. That was my great-grandfather's tailor shop. So my grandfather grew up right across the street from where we are right now.
So that holds a lot of meaning. And you live here yourself, right? And Ryan will be moving here shortly, I hear.
As soon as possible.
To get to Manayunk. Well, we're excited to have you guys as residents too. Thanks again for giving us a tour today, guys. It was great to come in, see the cafe, see all the renovations you've done, and get to try some stuff out. And if you want to come down and grab a coffee or grab a bag to take home and roast at home, head down to Pilgrim Roasters. Cheers. Thanks for joining us for another episode of Manayunk Mornings. Special thanks to The Isle for hosting us for the first time here on their couch, and to Terry Leahy Films for producing this episode, and this episode's show sponsor, Crafts Manayunk. As always, I'm Caitlin.
I'm Leo.
And this is Chris and Brian for Cross Media, and we hope to see you next time on Manayunk Mornings.